So this is replacing what was previously the AI chatbot. So kind of with Copilot, it's reimagining the tool that was already here, but this time powered by AI. So it uses your knowledge base or the articles you upload to answer and improve your deflection rates. Really simple to set up. You can give it a name, a role. You can only pick one role at the moment for your agents. And then you can assign it to an area of your site and how you're going to use it. Um, Really big thing here is the content that's powering it. Um, Really tightening up that process around what content you're using for your bot to pull on, because it will pull on the information that you give it. So as soon as something is out of date, it's going to be giving those answers. But it's a really powerful way to remove the stress on your sales team and your customer support team. Instead, allow customers to essentially self-service themselves, but still feel like they're having the support of a trustworthy agent. Um, some of the benefits of the tool so you've got natural sounding customer service. Before it was you would have to route them based on those bubbles and say, hey, do you want to look at articles? Do you want to go to this? Instead, it can just understand what the user's asking it and give it contextual information based on what you're putting into it and cite those sources and then also pull on that brand voice if you have it set up in your back end. The handoffs are pretty seamless into your team. So when a complex issue arises, it can move onto an agent who is freer and has more time because all of the troubleshooting issues are being dealt with by your knowledge base articles or your product manuals and additional information. And again, because you're using a bot to do this, you have flawless data entry. So all your resolution rates are tracked, all of the timestamps. You have so much more access to data because AI has all the time in the world to instantly fill in those fields, so you're not missing out those key pieces of information in the journey. In terms of how we've been using it, so we set it up using internal and external articles. So before using Breeze, if you called into us at Six and Flow, like our sales team was answering a lot of queries and then having to refer them back to the CSMs or ask us on the delivery team. But now there's a lot of queries that we can answer using the bespoke content that we have, where we've taken our knowledge from HubSpot, condensed it into articles, and make it more readily accessible. So before, when it might have taken a day or two to answer a query, we can now answer the information that we know that clients are regularly asking about in 12 minutes, which has been really great to see. In terms of the key learnings and limitations, um, we've we've seen that you need to be a lot more diligent about your content and your sitemap. I think when you start using these tools, it's really easy to expand your content base because it's so helpful to have all this information in. But then at that same point, you're then expanding the amount of time that you're managing it, and how much duplicated content could come up. So reviewing that is really important, and ensuring that it's all synced content. Um, the limitations at the moment are that it's only available for live chats. You can only set one agent role as well, so you're a little bit limited with what your bot can do. You need to place it very carefully to be answering the right kind of queries. And then finally, it can't include PDFs, but that's okay because now you have the content agent and you have content remix. It's really easy to digitize your content. So if you have a backlog of PDFs, it's less of a hassle to digitize them all now. Have you found any other limitations or anything, Sarah, when we've been using it?
No, I think just that piece about making sure, like any of your old historic content, going in and reviewing those, making sure that they're not linked to your customer agent is really important, or just going into the content itself, which is probably a good habit to get into anyways. So that's one of the pieces that we've been really careful about. We have a question about will chatbots be available now that customer agent is available? And from our understanding, chatbots will still be available. They're still in the HubSpot panel. HubSpot replaced what they called, I think it was chatbot AI into the customer agent. And so you can have multiple chatbots on your site, and then you can just be selective in which of those are paired to your customer agent.